Good morning, one and all. In today's lecture, we will start the second unit in the power system stability, that is the steady state stability part 1. In the previous unit of that power system stability, we had discussed all about the basic concept of the PSS with reference to the different types of that stability, their stability limits in terms of their park transformation equations, their time determinations, and the many more, and their phasor diagrams. In this unit, that is in the unit number 2, that is the steady state stability part 1, we will specifically we discuss all about the steady state stability in details. Okay, so what are the content of the syllabus in the unit of the unit number 2? That is the first that we have to discuss the what is the steady state stability limit of the different transmission line, like short, medium, and the long transmission line. Then that we have to discuss the two machine system, single machine systems, and the multi machine systems. Okay, with reference to the steady state stability. Now the third is that about the Clark diagram for the system with the with and the without losses, and the effect of inertia, conservative criteria, and the synchronization coefficient with reference to the steady state stability that we have to discuss one by one. So let us discuss the first, the steady state stability limit of the div transmission line, like short, medium, and the long transmission line. Okay, so with reference to the any power plant, as we all know, the several synchronous condenser or the synchronous generator are generally uh, connected to the common bus, which having the same frequency and the same phase sequence. Therefore, for the stable operation, we have to synchronize all the synchronous generator over the entire duration of their generation and the transmission for the given period. If there is abnormality, if any generator having the frequency of the phase sequence should be the disturbed, then the whole bus system and the synchronization should be disturbed, and for the specific short duration of that time. Hence the power system stability, that is also referred as the synchronous stability, it is defined to ability to retain their original position or to retain their synchronization even after undergo some disturbances due to the switching, due to the excitation, due to the on and the off load, or due to the line resistance or the line transient or the line disturbances. They retain their synchronization after undergo the specific period. That's called as power system stability, or it's also called as synchronous stability. Thus the stability limit also defined as the maximum power that is permissible to the flow through the particular part of the system for which it's subjected to the line disturbance or the faulty power of that faulty flow of power. Means what? Maximum power kitna flow hoga at a particular point of the system when it's subjected to the line disturbance. Means what? जब line disturbance or the unwanted synchronization affect हो रहा है तो उस केस पे maximum power कितना transfer हो रहा है, that limit, that duration is called as stability limit. Okay, so in terms of that power system stability, we generally classify on the basis of the three parameters. Number one, physical nature of the resulting instability. What is the physical nature? It should be the excitation ज़्यादा है या फिर unwanted disturbances आ रहे हैं, switching ज़्यादा हो रही है, कम ज़्यादा हो रही है. That's all about is the physical nature of that resulting instability. Second, size of the disturbance considered. Means what is that? But the duration of that disturbance. It should be the short, it should be the long, or it should be but the prolonged period for that disturbances should be there on the system. Number third, processes and the time span involved. So specifically, the power system stability are generally classified steady state, second transient, and third is steady, but the dynamic one. It's also classified like that is study but the steady state, transient, and the subtransient system. It's study but the detailed classification of that power system stability. This is nothing but a detailed classification where it's nothing but a first classify on the basis of rotor angle, second frequency, and third is nothing but the voltage. Again for the rotor angle, small, transient, and the short term. That is short term is the stability is also called a subtransient stability. Okay, so this is nothing but a classification of that PSS. Okay, so with reference to the steady state stability, that is specifically concerned with unit number 2, it's nothing but the ability of that power system to regain the synchronization for the small and the slow disturbances such as gradual power changes, load fluctuations, voltage regulations, excitations, that will comes in the picture. That's called it steady state stability. It should be considered only during the very gradual or the infinitely small power changes. Mean what? Whenever that is a steady state stability should be there, it's only during the slowly gradual uska power change हो रहा है या फिर infinitely small changes should be there. That case is called a steady state stability. In case of the power flow through the circuit exceed the maximum permissible, then the chance of the particular machine to case the to affect the synchronization, and the result is more disturbances. In such condition, the steady state stability of the system it should be the reaches. Means the steady state stability of the limit it's of the system it generally referred to the maximum amount of that power that is permissible through the system without loss of its steady state stability. Means what? Without affecting the stability, if there is abnormality or the any synchronization should be affected because of that gradual power changes, slow disturbances, load fluctuations, it is permissible through the system without their loss of that steady state stability. That's called as steady state stability limit. Okay, so in terms of that steady state stability limit, it's also defined as the maximum power that can be transferred in the network between the source and the load without the loss of the synchronization. But what if we are to discuss the one of the power system having the generator load is one infinite bus is should be connected, that is nothing but the one infinite bus is connected to the generating station, that is nothing but the sending end power. This is nothing but the receiving end station is there, that is nothing but the infinite bus is there. Okay, having the resistance R and the plus jx is nothing but the line resistance and the reactance of that infinite bus. Okay, इसका आएगा vs और इसका आएगा is that is nothing but the sending end and the receiving sending end and the sending end voltage and the sending end current is there. That is nothing but the vr, it's a receiving end voltage and the receiving end current. Having the angle it's nothing but the 0, having the angle at I think it's nothing but the del. Okay, so in terms of that steady state stability, it's the maximum power that can be transferred from the one generating station to the receiving station without loss of without affecting their stability, without loss of their synchronization. That's called as steady state stability limit. But whenever there is a load should be the changes under the steady state condition, the maximum limit of that price, the maximum limit is nothing but the maximum power that transferred without losing the steady state stability. But this limit is nothing but what? It's the greatest power that can be transmitted to the specified limit. Means what? अगर particular limits अगर मैं sending end voltage अगर supposed to be to 230 volt and the receiving end voltage is to be the 230 volt. Means what? Without affecting their synchronization, it's nothing but the maximum power that can be transferred from the sending end to the receiving end without loss of its synchronization. It's nothing but the greatest power that can be transmitted to the concerned सर्किट, दैट इज स्टडी बट स्पेसिफाइड सर्किट. अब स्पेसिफाइड सर्किट क्या रह सकता है? एक तो शॉर्ट ट्रांसमिशन लाइन रह सकता है, मीडियम रह सकता है, या फिर लॉन्ग ट्रांसमिशन लाइन रह सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन देयर वोल्टेज, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन देयर दैट इज स्टडी बट द ट्रांसमिशन लेंथ. Okay, under the specified operating conditions. Okay, so the steady state stability limit it's generally greater than that of transient stability limit of the same circuit under the same operating condition. That's the first that is nothing but the first conclusion that we have to draw from that. The steady state stability it should be the greater than that of transient stability limit. Okay, why it is more? Because it's nothing but for the smaller duration of that time. steady state stability का duration क्या रहता है? कम रहेगा. transient क्या रहेगा? ज्यादा रहेगा. Okay, तो obviously जो steady state stability का जो maximum power transfer रहेगा, it should be the more as compared to the transient stability limit. Okay, so that is nothing but what are the important parameters that will take in the consideration while calculating or while finding out the steady state stability limit of that transmission line. Okay, so the first consideration is nothing but what? The system can be operated above its transient stability limit. but not above its steady state stability limit. Why? Because the steady state stability limit is always more than that of transient stability limit. Mean what? Transient stability limit क्या होगा? It's always less as compared to the steady state लिमिट मींस व्हाट, जो मैक्सिमम पावर किस में ज्यादा ट्रांसफर हो रहा है, स्टेडी स्टेट में ज्यादा ट्रांसफर हो रहा है एज कंपेयर टू द ट्रांसिएंट. Most of the fault on the overhead transmission line are generally causes by the lighting. That's the first phenomena that we have to discuss. Means what? The system should be operated above its transient but below its steady. Means what? अगर सिस्टम को स्टेबल रखना है तो the system should be operated above the transient stability and below the steady state stability limit. Just take the one of the consideration of that overhead transmission line where the most of the fault should be the occurred causes by the lightning. Oh, now the whenever the lightning should be occurred, the transient stability limit is during the fair weather and to reduce the load below the transient below the onset of the thunderstorm. Thus, the line can be built there as virtually lightning proof, and such line can be operated permanently above their transient limit even during the storms. Means what? It's above the its transient stability limit में उसका maximum power transfer हो रहा है because of that lightning over the overhead transmission line, but below their steady state stability limit. But in the several cases where the line should be operated above the transient limit, the practical stability limit is generally determined by the fault on the other, like remote fault, perhaps the lower voltage circuit in the aggregate, which are more frequently than the main circuit. So in that case, the limit can be determined to the steady state limit of the main circuit and can be approximated by from the steady state limit. So basically, whenever the system should be operated above the transient one and below the steady state limit to overcome the overhead transmission line faults like the lightning or the thunderstorms and the many more, that consideration should be taken in the while defining the any stability of that concerned power system. Now the second consideration, the system, the transient stability limit can be the increased by increasing the fault clearing speed, but not exceeds the steady state stability limit of that circuit. That is nothing but the faulted circuit disconnected unless the high speed should be faulted circuit should be the disconnected unless the high speed reclosing should be the employed. Means what? The transient stability limit stability limit should be the raised. How can we raise the transient stability limit? By increasing the reclosing time of the whenever there is a fault clearing time, whenever there is a fault should be the occurred, but it not in the case of the steady state stability limit, because uska jo duration of that time रहता fault, it's less in terms of the steady state as compared to the transient one. Thus, what are the different factors which are direct to improve the steady state stability are: number one, increase the fault clearing time speed, which make the transient closely approach to the steady state limit. Means what? अपन क्या कर रहे हैं इसमें? That here we are making the transient limit, it should be equal to the steady state limit, so that it increasing the fault clearing time and it should directly increase the steady state stability. Means what? Maximum power should be the transferred again that over the concerned transmission line. Now the second important parameter that will be we have to improve the power transfer over the concerned transmission line is to increase the reliability of the transmission line and the other equipment. What are the different equipment that are connected on the transmission line? Like the generator is there, transformer is there, even the distribution panel is there. Okay, all the parameter equipment that are connected from the generating station to the receiving end station should be the improve their reliability, so that the max power transfer capability should be improved. Okay, so which make the fault less frequent and therefore make it less dangerous to the risk instability in the event. Thus, is nothing but the might be so this is nothing but what the maintenance of the equipment should be the less as possible, so that to improve the reliability of the transmission line, thus improve the steady state stability of that concerned transmission line. That's the second parameter or the second attention that will taken into picture, taken into consideration, well, to improve the steady state stability. Number third, the improved method of that system operation. and means what advanced method अपने को use करना है for the system operation to make the system is nothing but more stable out of the step relaying automatic reclosing which make the disturbance due to उससे क्या होगा synchronization effect less होगा synchronization का effect होने वाला है because with the because there is a but huge fluctuations is there between the generating station or the load is there or the normal off and load that is study but the huge load fluctuation is there or the auto reclosing is there frequent switching is there और द ट्रांसिएंट जो बिहेवियर्स आता है उसके हिसाब से उसमें सिंक्रोनाइजेशन तो अफेक्ट होने वाला है बट सिस्टम शुड बी does not able to lose their synchronization thus their severity should be the less और their severity अपने को क्या करनी है उसका फॉल्ट का और द जो भी ट्रांसिएंट आ रहा है जिस भी अनडिस्टर्बेंस आ रहे हैं डिस्टर्बेंसेस आ रहे हैं उसका सीवियरिटी अपने को कम करना है उसके लिए अपन स्टेबिलिटी क्या कर रहे हैं इंप्रूव कर रहे हैं thus the with reference to the transmission line limit of that steady state stability of the short medium and the length we will we have to do above consideration or the above point should be taken in the consideration. Okay, so in terms of the transmission that we all know the above the 200 kilometer transmission line is generally having the rated load where the below the steady state stability limit at the length of the 300 miles or the more the steady state limiting having the limiting factor means what be above the 200 it's a but the stable steady state limit should be there and our that length of that 300 and the more it should have the steady state stability limit stability having the some of the limitations are there above the 300 kilometer of the transmission line. Okay, so with reference to the steady state stability of that transmission line, as we all know the transmission line should be the should be the categorized into the short, medium and the long. For the having the short with having the length is study but the 50 miles to the 8 that is study but 80 kilometers there and what is the voltage range for the short that is study but the 11 to the 33 kV. What is the parameter in terms of the short is what is the electrical parameter that should be the well take in the consideration while calculating the steady state stability of that short transmission line is study but what resistance and the inductance. Okay, what is the with reference to the medium one it's study but the 80 to the 160 that is the medium transmission line voltage range होगा उसका 66 to the 132 and parameters while calculating the steady state और उसका equivalent diagram निकालने के लिए अपने को resistance भी लगता है inductance भी लगता है और capacitance is also there. Same for that long transmission lines there having the above than 160 or the 200 kilometer that is the long transmission line above than 132 kV with reference to voltage range and the RLC is study but again the one of the parameter electrical parameter of that long transmission line. Okay, so depending upon the manner which the capacitance to take into account the overhead transmission line it should be the classified means what capacitance में include करना है नहीं करना है या फिर admittance include करना है that is right but the short medium and the long should be the classified on the basis of their voltage length and the parameters. Okay, so what are the net but that is with reference to the short or the medium में तो इतना disturbances नहीं आते हैं short transmission line में but more than 200 kilometers the steady state stability limit having the some of the problems are there. What are the different problems with reference to the long transmission lines are there? Number one, generating station to the urban areas where the used load are should be the concentrated. Carry the power from that remote generating station means what अगर long transmission line रहेगी तो automatically जो sending end power supposed to be the 200 watt generating power है तो we are not getting the 200 watt at a receiving end because of the transmission and the distribution that is but the transmission TA and DA losses transmission जो losses रहने वाले okay because the but whenever the length of the transmission line should be the increase automatically their resistivity should be R is equal to rho L upon A. Okay, रेसिस्टिविटी उसकी इंक्रीज होगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो ट्रांसमिशन लॉसेस रहेंगे वो इंक्रीज होंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली तो स्टेडी स्टेट जो सिस्टम शुड बी नाउ वी आर नॉट गेटिंग द मैक्सिमम पावर इन टर्म्स ऑफ दैट लॉन्ग ट्रांसमिशन लाइन but for the very long transmission line high inductive reactance due to which the maximum power capability of that line decreases which may lead to the instability. Same picture is there. First is the resistance effect आएगा, second is but the long transmission line है that is but the length का effect आएगा and third is but the high inductive reactance जितना ज़्यादा length उतना ज़्यादा inductive reactance due to which पावर क्या हो रहा है, डाउन हो रहा है, पावर डाउन हो गया तो स्टेबिलिटी क्या होगी, इट शुड बी द मोर instable. Thus high impedance of the transmission line causes the low voltage at the receiving end due to the higher voltage drop in the line. That is nothing but the main point that we have taken into consideration while calculating or to finding out the steady state stability of that long transmission line. Okay, so this is nothing but the steady state stability limit of the transmission line. Here we have to consider the one of the infinite bus having the sending end generating station is there, having the voltage Vs magnitude at the angle of the del, and receiving end voltage, that is the Vr, having the angle is nothing but the 0. The maximum power that can be transferred from the one end to the second end, that is nothing but the sending end to the receiving end, is nothing but what is the formula, that is the maximum power Pm equal to Vs sending end voltage, receiving end voltage upon X into the sine of del is there. Vs upon Vs Vr sine of del upon X. अब मैक्सिमम पावर मुझे ट्रांसफर करना है तो ऑटोमेटिकली व्हाट शुड बी द डेल इज देयर, डेल शुड बी नथिंग बट द 90. सो उसका मैक्सिमम पावर कितना हो जाएगा, Vs is always maximum power that can be transferred, that is even with a different type of transmission line is there, the maximum power that can be transferred for the short, medium or the long, it's nothing but the condition इतना ही है कि Vs is always equal to the Vr. Vs is always equal to the Vr at the angle of del is equal to 90 डिग्री. ओके 90 डिग्री पे उसका एंगल पे Vs और Vr इक्वल हो गए तो ऑटोमेटिकली व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम पावर, दैट इज नथिंग बट द V square upon X. Okay, so the but in practice the del it's kept in practice, ये तो हो गया उसका आइडियल कंडीशन में del 90 रहना चाहिए, but for the practical condition the del it's generally kept in the range of the 30 to the 40 so that to maintain the synchronization of that concerned transmission line with reference to the short, medium or the long. Otherwise the synchronous machine will be unable to will becomes into the unstable condition and the logs the synchronization even when there is a especially when there is a fault on the transmission line. That's a main practical consideration should be there. Thus for the practical consideration the del is nothing but the 30 to the 40 degrees there, having the okay, just take the one of the that is nothing but the ये जो equation आया that equation is comes in the from the swing equation, that is a swing equation जो अपन we will take in the upcoming units. Okay, जो भी swing equation concepts है. Okay, but basically what is that swing equation concept is that the sending end power and the receiving end power should be the equal at a particular point where the where we are getting is ready, but the maximum power can be transferred from the one end to the receiving end. Means what, where we are getting the same, that is depend at the angle of at the del is equal to 90 degree. Thus the steady state stability limit in the maximum power control is without the loss of the synchronization. Thus it indicates the maximum power that can be transferred to the load of without while maintaining its stability. Thus Vs and the Vr, that is nothing but the Vs and the Vr, here the Vr should be there. Vr is there upon X, that is the condition is there, there is a maximum power at the angle of the del, that is del is nothing but the load angle and the P is nothing but the maximum power that can be transferred from the 0 to the 180. Okay, the steady state stability limit is nothing but the not exceeding the 90 degree. अगर वो 90 के ऊपर गया तो सिस्टम क्या होगा कि again the unstable region or again the synchronization should be the affected and system whenever there is a fault should be the occur. Okay, so in this stable region when the power increases load angle is also increased. Means what, power कितना increase हो रहा है, जैसे जैसे load angle increase हो रहा है up to the 90 degree. While it exceeds the 90 degree, it should that power should be again decreases. यहाँ पे decrease हो रहा है when the is more up to the 90, it's become the comes to the stable condition. But more than 90 and less than 180, it should comes to the unstable conditions. Okay, that's the condition will be there for the transmission line. Thus, we are not able to generate, operate, or generator at a higher than the 35 degree or the 30 to the 45 degree of that load angle in the practical condition to decrease the transient stability. Thus the another reason that we are should not operate at a higher loading angle during the normal steady state condition. So this is all about the steady state stability limit of that short, medium, and the long transmission line. Okay, so in next lecture we will discuss about the what are the different machine systems, single machine system, two machine systems, and the multi machine system that we will discuss. Thank you so much.